Hey Buns, so before I get into the video today, first of all, I wanted to mention, obviously, the new camera. It's pretty great. It's a Sony A7C, and check it out. Does auto focus, baby. This is pretty cool. I'm really happy about it, but what I actually want to talk about here today is all the new players coming to Final Fantasy XIV. Wow, it has been the biggest wave I've ever seen, and it is very likely because of all of the prominent WoW content creators saying good things about the game, finally giving 14 a try and reporting back saying it's incredible. I just watched Jesse Cox's comparison of WoW and Final Fantasy 14. It was very well put together. It was very positive. I would agree with pretty much all of it. And I mean, so that's what I mean. Like, these content creators are going back and letting their communities know they're snoozing. They've been snoozing on this game for too long, and it's finally time to give it a try. I had the interview with Asmongold and Rich Campbell last week on the Allcraft podcast, and I know Rich is having an amazing time playing, and Asmon said that he will finally give it a try. And I mean, I could not be happier. This is amazing. This is an incredible time for Final Fantasy XIV, and I want to welcome these people. I want to encourage people to be welcoming to the new players as well, because, I mean, I don't see myself as different from any of the new WoW refugees that are coming in. I myself, having been a WoW refugee that came during the Warlords of Draenor era, so welcome. Welcome, my long-lost World of Warcraft brethren. I know that Final Fantasy XIV's community has been fairly insulated for some time. It has, for better or worse, been sort of a bubble. But as we see the game grow in popularity, that bubble must burst, and it is bursting, and I see this as good. I realize there are people out there who are afraid of change, and this makes them feel threatened in some way, and they have been reacting fearfully. And I want to let people know to maybe chill out a little bit. It's going to be fine. It's actually much better to have growth and change rather than sit in the little bubble of stagnant pond water that just gets all stanky and gets the algae on it. It's like the mosquitoes start coming. There's so many mosquitoes out here lately. They're so annoying. With the change, with all the pouring in of new personalities, new faces, new perspectives, this is revitalizing for our community, and it is only good. I see only good coming from this. I know some people hear me say that and they're like, but what do you mean, Zabala? Only good? Don't you know how toxic that community is? Or that community? Have you heard how terrible they all are? Every single one of them. And I'm always like, hold up. Like, do you not hear yourself? Do you realize how unfriendly and unwelcoming you sound? So you're worried about them being unfriendly, but you've built up all this hostility to people that you're getting ready. You're already being pretty unfriendly too with your attitude. I don't know how people go through life this way. I mean, you have to deal with people on an individual basis and not set up these self-fulfilling prophecies where you're expecting someone to be hostile to you, so you're hostile to them before they've even had a chance to introduce themselves. You're saying to yourself, oh, well, I bet they're going to be like this, 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 and this. And you build up this hostility before you've even had a conversation with someone on one-on-one. And of course, if you engage with someone having that attitude, they may respond to that with hostility, sensing that from you, maybe even defensively. And then people will say, oh, well, I told you so. I knew that they'd be like that because not realizing that maybe it was your built up, maybe it was your attitude of unfriendliness that could have evoked this response from someone else. I don't think it's fair to place judgment on someone just because they happen to play a video game with a toxic reputation. I mean, haven't we all at some point in our lives played a game with a toxic reputation? Or if because they watched a streamer that you don't like that's not a basis for knowing someone or judging someone at all. And I think that life might be easier if you just give people the benefit of the doubt. Be kind first. See what happens. Let's also not pretend like it's a paradise here in the 14 community where nobody's toxic ever. I mean, I know that we all like to say it is generally positive, and it is. But I have met some of the most toxic people in the 14 community. They are rare, but they are here. I want to make this clear. I will not tolerate gatekeeping of any kind in my community. I won't do it. There's not a whole lot that we put the boot down hard on, but that is one thing that I take very personally. I take it very seriously because I want people to feel welcome. I want people to feel like they belong. That's kind of the whole guiding principle of this YouTube channel, of my streams. It is to make Final Fantasy XIV more accessible for new players. And accessible means, yeah, in part, teaching people about the world, teaching people about different game mechanics, but also, I mean, helping them feel welcome, helping them feel like this is easy, this is fun, you belong here. And so that's why I take this so personally, and that's why I decided it was important for me to speak out about it before it becomes an issue. Right now, I wouldn't say that it is widespread, at least in my community. People, I think, knowing that I came from WoW, tend to be more understanding and more cool about it. Now, I do not expect everybody to like everyone else. I'm not asking you to be best friends with every single person, but I think that the bare minimum we can offer other people is to give them the space to play the game on their own and decide if they like it for themselves. You know, if you don't like someone, let them be. Even your friends, you can let them be to a degree. I mean, in the sense of not putting pressure and expectations on them and just letting them make up their own mind about what they like and if they're having fun or not. I think this tribalism about the game is super unhealthy. I don't like it when someone says, oh, I want to go play Elder Scrolls Online for a while. Oh, I'm done with 14 for now. I want to go play another game. And their friends are like, ooh, what? You're gonna do what? Like, back up, man. Why are you acting this way? This is your friend. This is someone you like. Shouldn't you, most of all, want them to be happy and to have fun? That is, it's creepy when the brand loyalty gets in the way of that. I'm really unsettled by that. And we have to remember that just because we like a product doesn't make it part of our identity. I was pretty hesitant to make this video at all because I didn't want to reinforce what I consider to be a false paradigm of us versus them. I didn't want to give anyone that idea or plant that seed, which I think is based on nothing. I don't think that turning on an application on my computer or going to a certain website on Twitch makes me different in any way. It doesn't make me better. It doesn't make me worse. It doesn't add to my personality. It doesn't change my identity. It's a program that's on my computer screen, you know? And I think it's a really, really insane way to judge someone. So I felt like talking about it might somehow reinforce it, even if I'm saying, don't do that, you know? But since I kept having people asking me, am I worried about so-and-so, or I'm worried about these people or those people, I felt like, okay, maybe I should talk about it. Maybe talking about it and encouraging people to be welcoming will have a positive outcome in the end. Buns, thanks for watching. If you like this video, consider supporting the channel on Patreon or on Twitch. You can also support the channel for free by clicking the subscribe button or by sharing this video with your fellow warriors of light. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.